Woo! Hey! There we go. How's it, Aloha gang? Welcome to High Now Daily. Jimmy is in the house. We got a whole lot of fun to get to on today's show. Also, Mark Joseph is going to be talking about Making Reagan, filmmaker, author. Brother Liana is over here. Kamehameha Schools song contest is coming up. Tyler Kurashige is here as well as we gear up talking about big brothers and big sisters. St. Patty's Day is coming up this weekend. Bar 35 is in the house. We got a whole lot of fun. Plus, Yakiniku. Everyone loves it. A very first of its kind coming here to Hawaii very soon. All happening right now on High Now Daily. Let's go. All right, Aloha gang, we're back over here in the High Now kitchen, joined right now by Mark Lopez, Bar 35. Welcome into the show, bro.
Thank you.
First of all, the kitchen smells amazing, man. You brought the party over here. But let's get into it, man. So Bar 35, what is the vibe over there, especially when it comes to the food? What's the approach, bro?
Now we're moving on to like turning into more a fusion bar menu.
Okay.
It's like just one thing only. Because around the area you have like pizza, you have yakitori.
Right.
So we want to like create a scenery where like you can have like international cuisine, like but sometimes you put it in one food, you know, fusion food. Like that's what we are, like Hawaii regional cuisine, you know.
I like that, and that's what kind of Hawaii is all about. It's this fusion, it's this melting pot of different flavors, but
Yes.
totally as well, especially being in the area you guys are in with Bar 35. Food has changed so much, right? There's so many different types of
yes,
appetites, and that's why the menus always are gonna be a
yes.
little different, yeah?
Yes.
As a chef, it's gotta be fun though. You're constantly creating, eh?
Yes. Non-stop.
Non-stop
Always
work.
at home thinking about what the new things are, what can I do, you know.
Likewise, Mark, what do we have over here on the table right now?
All right,
What are we looking at?
Okay, so we got breaded shrimp tacos with picante sauce and some fresh vegetables as well. So,
Awesome, can we assemble?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how long does this take to come together? How do you get the shrimps looking so good and crispy?
Oh, you gotta do it at the right time.
Do it at the right temps, yeah?
Yeah. So put some sauce like that. All right.
Okay, there we go. And what'd you top that with? You make all the sauces too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's looking good. Everybody getting hungry out there? We got about a dozen live guests over here. No one's got it better than me though right now, I tell you. What are we topping with? That's some red onion?
Red onion.
Okay, what's next?
Some cilantro.
Okay.
Some Mexican cheese, cotija.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have that, right?
Right.
That's really kind of like
I know, it's like nobody really knows about it, but like for real, like real tacos, they put cotijas, like
Okay, love that, Mark. That's looking good. And that's over there on this is the new menu. This is the shrimp taco you said?
Yeah.
Get a look at that, gang. That is some good looking shrimp tacos right over there. We have another pot over there. What's marinating and happening there?
Oh,
What's the
this is our
situation?
cheesy marinara. It comes with a roasted Brussels sprouts. Yeah. So it's one of our best sellers. It's like a vegetarian option.
Okay, you were saying it's marinara.
Bar food, but vegetarian.
Marinara and Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
How did that concoction come together? I rarely do I hear those two things
I was
being
just like,
merged
all right.
together.
I was just like, oh, there's tomato sauce in the kitchen. There's Brussels sprout. I gotta do something about it and sell it. And then next thing you know, people start buying it.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about ingenuity. New creations over here with Mark.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we got shrimp tacos, Brussels sprouts there. I'm seeing, is this chicken or yeah?
Yeah, that's gonna be for the crispy chicken bao bun. Another fusion.
Wow, so the marinara sauce just goes straight on top.
Yes, sir.
I'd probably eat more Brussels sprouts if it looked like this. This was the situation. Top it with more cheese. Is that Parmesan?
More cheese, yeah. We call it cheesy Brussels sprouts.
Okay, love that.
Some
Now
fresh
this
herbs and then basil garnish.
basil. There you go. Dishes are looking fantastic. What was the approach when you were thinking about the new menu? You mentioned fusion, but what do you want people to walk away with when they come down and?
I don't know. I just like serving healthy food as well, so it's not just greasy or like, you know. But I like to, you know, healthy people, better life.
Totally, yes. And the dishes as well, super vibrant. There's a lot of color. You mentioned this chicken over here. What are we doing with that?
That's gonna be the Cajun chicken bao bun.
Cajun chicken bao bun.
With
We got some major fusion happening over here on the table.
with
We've got
yuzu,
land, we've got sea,
yeah, with yuzu pickled vegetables.
with yuzu pickle. So how long does that?
24 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the secret to like a good, making sure we get that strong pickle taste? Pickling's very popular these days, right?
Yeah.
People are like pickling everything. It used to just be the
things.
pickled onion, and now it's just out of control.
Just make sure I don't rush it. Take time, Let the things marinate in there. So that's how you make good pickles. All right, so.
Chicken goes over there in the middle.
Yes, sir. And then this.
Very healthy, as you mentioned, though. Yes, we got chicken on the baba, but we're getting the veggies in, you know?
You need to.
So the new menu, is it already happening right now? Is this
Yes.
all of these people
Yes.
can get it daily?
Yes.
What time does the lunch menu pop off over there?
No, we only open for dinner time, so 4 to close
Okay.
daily. I mean, not daily, Thursday to Saturday.
But you can always get these, though, yeah?
Yes, sir.
But then also as well, Bar 35, you guys are going to be participating in that pub crawl that's going to be taking place as well, yeah? St. Patty's
Oh,
Day
yeah, it's
weekend?
going to be fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is St. Patty's Day like at Bar 35?
He
He can't remember.
can't remember, that's right.
All right, awesome, Mark. We're gonna let you finish plating these up. But yes, as we mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and hold this up. We've got cocktails over here as well. We're gonna be gearing up. It's gonna be the Chinatown Pub Crawl. They've got bingo games happening, great cocktails. All the information is listed over there on your screen. You wanna get tickets? Scan that QR code. Stay with us on High Now Daily. We'll be right back.
Thank you, brother.
Great job, brother. Who's hungry? I gotta eat one of these. Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. If you're a parent, you've got a pa'ina coming up for the Keiki Adventure Balloons, any type of party, and you want to take it to the next level, you need these two right here. This is Jimmy, this is Gideon. They are brothers, the owners of Adventure Balloons. You guys, they're amazing. Some of the best balloon art that you will possibly see in the state of Hawaii comes straight from these two guys. But Jimmy, I want to start with you guys, man. How'd this all start for you?
We've been making balloons for over 20 years, since we were kids. Yeah, actually my dad got us into it. He was one of those crazy, he used to do magic shows, and then when we were in high school, we started making balloons, and he encouraged us to do it, because when we started to need money, he's like, well, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it professionally. So,
Oh yeah, there's that thing we gotta do too, right?
so we took some
money.
Yeah, this is before like Facebook and YouTube tutorials, so we actually went to classes and to learn how to do it professionally. My older brother actually went to the World's International Balloon Arts Convention in in Chicago, and he won first place, which I'll never hear the end of. I went back and I won a second place the next year at the Chicago World International Balloon Arts Convention. So.
But seriously, incredible what you guys do. Let's talk about some of the services. Obviously, you can do parties and.
Yep, 95% of the time we're doing first birthday luau's, right?
Right.
Because they're a big deal out here.
Yes.
But we do company events, holiday parties, a lot of high school graduation events. This weekend, we're going to be at the Kaneohe Night Market.
Yeah.
That's very excited for. One of the first, only times where we can do something, we're going to be doing it for free to the community.
Oh,
so
that
we're
is
going to get
awesome.
wild, make a lot of crazy, make a big splash.
Oh man, your line's gonna be insanely long though. Let me tell you. I mean, you guys already know that. There's information about the Kaneohe Night Market that's posted right over there on your screen. But gang, it's not just your normal type of balloon situation. Can we get crazy right now? Look at some of the stuff these guys make.
We were planning on hooking you up here, brother.
Oh. All right, so what is this? Look at this.
This is a custom made. So everyone makes, balloon animals and things like that. But what makes us different is we do a lot of costumes. So say, for example, a little girl, she loves fairies. We can make a little fairy for her, or we could dress her up like a fairy. He always wanted to be an astronaut, but the whole newscaster thing worked out.
Forget your
I
laser
did.
blaster.
If not, you got your little fantasy going on here. You gotta show them the flames coming out of the back.
Look at me. I'm ready to go. What is this? Is this a rocket pack
Yeah.
that I'm rocking?
You're like a
right now?
Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can attach a hose to it, and it could be Ghostbuster.
Are they
or flamethrower.
auditioning?
It's opened up to your imagination. That's the great thing about balloons. It's all about the imagination.
I'm in business over here with these two. Jimmy, get in. This is so cool. You guys can even do the light up ones too. And
Yeah,
you pretty
that's-
much can customize anything.
Pretty much, yeah. So the
are
nighttime one, we have little lights in them. Kind of bright in here, so you can't really see it, but a little unicorn headband over there. All of your favorite cartoon characters and animals.
Is that we have a Hanapa situation? Right on. So we're gonna be at the Kaneohe Night Market, right?
Yes.
What time?
4 to 9.
4 to 9 p.m. over there.
My wife Amber will be doing airbrush tattoos as well, so you can get that tattoo you always wanted,
Right.
but not regret because you could take it off.
Exactly.
Later.
Though I do need to. I needed to go between 3 and 4 p.m. But these are so cool. Again, this is Adventure Balloons with brothers Jimmy and Gideon. How do people? You mentioned you do the first luau's as well. What about for bookings and parties? How do people get in touch with you for that?
So we have our website, adventureballoons.net. We're also on Instagram, Facebook.
You can find us on Yelp as well.
All the spots. I gotta ask. What's the craziest thing? Like, do people just come up?
I cannot
Obviously-
say on TV. Actually, believe it or not, a garbage truck. Little
garbage
boys
truck.
love garbage trucks.
That is true.
And that's one of, not the craziest thing I've had to make, but garbage trucks, a common request that's pretty out there. Yeah.
Very interesting. What about for you? What's been maybe one of the most challenging ones you've
Well,
done?
I've been asked to make a lot of crazy. I had kids ask me to make Ariana Grande. I get to the back of the line. Probably some of the costumes, a dragon that a child was able to wear, put on wings behind him, Just adds another element to the party.
It's a lot of fun when you get the kids to dress up instead of just making them a Ninja Turtle.
Right.
You can dress them up like a Ninja Turtle, and it's so much fun to see 4 or 5 Ninja Turtles running around. We'll have a few princesses running around. It makes the whole party a fun atmosphere. That's why our
Interactive,
slogan
yeah.
is "We bring the party."
Oh yeah, and they're bringing the party again to the Kaneohe Night Market for a look at what the weather's gonna be like. Here's Drew Davis. Cheers, boys. Thank you. Look at me.
Aloha, everybody. We've got a really nice weekend in store, especially with the Kaneohe Night Market going on this Saturday. It's going to be going on from 4 to 9 p.m. And again, here's a look at our first alert forecast. 80 degrees out there at the start of the event, getting down to around 74 by the end of the event, around 9 p.m. Mostly sunny out there. We've got a really nice weekend. A little bit lighter winds expected as we go into Saturday and Sunday compared to what we're seeing outside right now. Easterly winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Just comparing this upcoming weekend compared to what we have on Thursday and Friday. A couple of showers possible out there and really windy conditions, but by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, really nice easterly winds between 10 to 15 miles per hour. A better chance for rainfall on Monday and Tuesday as a weak disturbance approaches the island. Of course, for the latest information on this, make sure to download the H&N First Alert Weather app.
How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Kamehameha Schools Song Contest is coming up this Friday, 6:30 p.m. on K5. Tune in for an incredible pre-contest show. Joining us here to tell us a little bit more is Liana Kanoa Wong. Welcome into the show, bro.
Hey, aloha kanoa.
Mahalo nui for being here. Okay, so we know the contest kicking off 7:30, right? Tell us about this pre-show and the mo'olelo, the theme for this year.
Yeah, so this year the pre-show touches upon the elements of ho'okipa. And ho'okipa is an old concept of hospitality. And the pre-show is going to be covering ho'okipa around Moana Nui Akea, which is one of our Kanaka words for the Pacific.
Now, a lot of collaboration this year in terms of what's taking place with the song contest as well as hokule'a, and that voyage. And really, when we think about that word ho'okipa, we were talking earlier, almost kind of a recentering, not just for the people coming to Hawaii, but even us here and the way that we receive.
Yeah, I think a lot of times the word ho'okipa, we mix it up with just tourism. But ho'okipa is a very old Hawaiian way of doing things. How you host, how you receive people, how you receive guests, how do you present yourself as guests in new places. And so this pre-show kind of gives examples of beautiful, high-level ho'okipa around the Pacific, even around the world. And it's so connected with Hokule'a. Hokule'a is celebrating her 50 years. And Hokule'a, she changed the universe in so many ways and connected us. And so you see our Kamehameha Schools haumana, some of them former students, some of them are current students, and their experiences when they traveled and their connections with all of our oceanic families. It was such a beautiful way to see ho'okipa at a world scale.
Absolutely, we're looking at some incredible video of it right now. What was this process like? The production process and all of the laulima, the many working hands it takes to make a production like that come together and get this pre-show ready.
You know, it takes a lot of hours, a lot of focus. Mahalo to our alaka'is, Undercolor Randy and Auntie Jamie Fong, who really kind of like wove the story together, and the editing team and the production team. But it went back to the roots of the soul of ho'okipa. Yeah, and the songs that the students are going to be performing at the song contest are all songs celebrating these historic homes throughout Hawaii. And you think about music is a way of painting time and eras and space and worldviews. And so these songs show the beauty of hospitality in those times. And for our haumana, they're not just singing, right? They're bringing those things, those mo'olelo, those worldviews back to life. And so we get really excited about that our haumana are starting to think about ho'okipa more than just taking care of tourists, but taking care of our families, taking care of our guests, being the best guests when we visit places. How do we elevate our ho'okipa everywhere we go?
Liana, what are you hoping that people take away after watching this pre-show as we again gear up for what is such a beautiful ceremony here in Hawaii with the Kamehameha Schools Song Contest?
You know, I'm really hoping they take away that value, that ho'okipa value, to remember that that's something very Hawaiian, that's something that we're very strong with, and that it's something that we can take everywhere that we go around the world. Hokule'a is that shining example. She's created bridges, connected lands and places and cultures, and opened doors in such a unique way. But the way you go about it is so important. And so the way we carry ourselves in the world, we have to represent our families, our community, our cultures, and do it with aloha, do it with pono, do it with grace, and come in and learn and be a great ho'okipa, to host, to greet, and to welcome people in your place.
Absolutely, and you're such a maikai alakai, bro, for so many of us in the local community, bro.
Mahalo kainoa.
Mahalo nui for being here, and don't forget again, the pre-show will be March 14th, 6:30 p.m. on K5, followed by the Kamehameha Schools Song Contest. We'll be right back. Mahalo nui, bro. Aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Wellness Partners Mental Health is a dedicated local team who specializes in personalized mental health care. And here to tell us more is Dr. Bradley and Sherry Santos here in the High Now studio. Welcome into the show, gang.
Hi.
Thank you.
Mahalo
Thanks
for being
having
here.
us.
Doc, I want to start with you.
Yep.
Wellness Partners Mental Health. Let's talk about the services you folks provide overall.
Yeah, so we started in 2017 with medication management and therapy services online. And we've been building up our program quite a bit over these past several years. And we've been doing a lot of work at the beginning of 2025 to bring on some new programs.
Absolutely, and that's what brings you folks in
Yep.
today. So let's talk about these new programs that are beginning and the services they provide.
Right. So one of the things that is widely needed here in the state is improvement in our mental health infrastructure. And so one of the programs that we started was our intensive outpatient program. That is a 3-day-a-week program for folks that have either mental health concerns or substance use issues. And then we also have our partial hospitalization program. That is a little bit more intense than the intensive outpatient program, but we do pretty much the same thing, but 5 days a week, again, mental health and substance use.
Sherry, what do you think makes the program so unique, and why should people know about these services?
Well, first of all, we are by far the second semi-private place on the island where you can get, for working professionals who staying to the local culture, we really feel like the stigma of overcoming everything is basically getting the working professional who has issues and wants to overcome substance use, who wants to overcome mental health issues without feeling ashamed, and just having a collaborative staff where everybody is working with licensed clinicians and pre-licensed to work together to just make you feel at home. Like it's not a hospital setting. It's something you've never experienced before, right? It's kind of like you are in the driver's seat of your own wellness journey. So you know exactly what works for you. And with a collaborative staff, we're always working on a step-down program to get you to that goal of eventual discharge and independent recovery.
And it's right there in the name with the work you guys are doing in terms of the wellness. Like, what does wellness truly mean? As we're seeing, it means something different to different people.
Right. Everybody has their own version. For Wellness Partners, we truly believe that, people don't really recognize mental health as a big issue, because when you think of wellness, you think of a physical illness, an injury, but in actuality, it's an invisible thing that is very important, because you basically, if your mental health and your emotional regulation is not functional, you can't have a happy longevity in your life. And when you're hindered in that, it affects everything, like a trickle-down effect, everything from social to financial, occupational, which kind of sums up what wellness is in its totality. It's not just the absence of illness, it's vitality, it's resilience.
What do you have to say to, there's been so much different perspectives, especially when it comes to mental health, but when we're talking about overcoming, as you mentioned previously, kind of that social stigma, do I have an issue or do I not? What do you want people to know, and like where's a good place for people to start?
Well, I guess just asking the right questions and inquiring itself shows people that you're taking the initiative, you want help, you're reaching out, you have a busy schedule, you're balancing family life, you're balancing your professional life, and there is a big, I grew up born and raised in Oahu, and there's a huge divide with the stigma of, it's kind of shame, like we don't want to talk about these problems.
No one wants to ask for help.
Yeah, nobody wants to ask for help. We want to break those boundaries. We want to overcome them and say, you know what? This is like family. This is like we're sitting here together talking. We're gonna make you feel like you're home, And but we also have the psychoeducation. You also have the programs. You also have collaboration and ensuring of. We're not just gonna say once you're done, okay, goodbye. We're gonna make sure you have the resources that you can venture out.
Doc, let's expand more as well as on top of the programs, but also, the staff, some of these people who are coming into the community and supporting.
Yeah, we have great staff. So we've got several folks that have been doing this for a while. They've come to us from other programs, and they've basically come to help us put this program together. We started 2 months ago, so we are getting off the ground with expert clinicians, and they're doing great work. We already have several folks that have come into our program.
What is the best resource to utilize for more information about Wellness Partners mental health?
Yep.
If people are seeing this right now, they want to schedule a consultation,
Yep.
get more information, what's the best way to do that?
They can take a look at our website, wellnesspartnershawaii.com. We haven't changed that one over yet. But that would be the best place to start. Give us a call. We can definitely walk you through the different options to work on mental health.
All right, well, thank you so much. This is such a vital resource for those in our local community. So, Doc, Sherry, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks
and
for
again,
having
we'll
us.
have this entire interview posted at HighNowDaily.com. We'll be right back. All right, sitting down to talk story now is Tyler Kurashige, President and CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters Hawaii. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Mahalo nui for being here, man. Incredible work and job you guys do supporting local keiki in the community. Tell our viewers about Big Brothers Big Sisters, these services you folks provide.
Oh yeah, definitely. First off, thanks for having me here. So Big Brothers Big Sisters has been in Hawaii since 1963. A lot of people don't realize we've been in Hawaii for over 60 years. We have programs on Oahu, Maui, and Kauai, and all of our services are about mentoring. And so it's one-to-one mentoring where we have our traditional program. We have an adult that's paired up with a child. They form a relationship out in the community. And I believe we actually have one of our mentors, 3 mentors work at your news station.
Yes.
And through this relationship, they help the child build self-esteem, self-confidence, and the outcomes of that are higher graduation rates, better college attendance, and there's just so many positive outcomes that come through mentoring. And over the 60 years, we've actually grown our programs. So now we have school programs and we also have site programs.
There you go. Speaking of one of those mentors over here, that's Hawaii News Now Sunrise's own Casey Lund being honored yesterday. And we just love that guy. He does such a great job. And that's Joanna as well and PJ. We have 3 employees here at Hawaii News Now who really help support this organization. 3 of the best people in this business and in this building. So big time mahalo to them and all the work that you guys do to really help impact the local community. How old are the keiki that a lot of the mentors are working with? What's the age range?
We started at 6 years old, and most recently we go all the way up to 26 years old.
Gotcha. And so throughout the course of the mentorship, you mentioned it's one-to-one. Are they finding time throughout the, like, how do people get paired together? And how does that whole process work?
It's very intentional. So our program is evidence-based, and we take a lot of time and effort to ensure that the matches are appropriate. And so we look at personality preferences when we make that pair. But the other part and the other aspect that's really important is the support. So we have resources, we have somebody that's a case manager that supports that relationship throughout the life of the match. And so that's what makes our program special and work.
Awesome. And then in terms of what the mentor and the mentee are doing, is that kind of up to them, or are there certain events that they attend together, or how do they go about kind of devising the best way to impact the keiki?
Great question. So in our traditional program, they do decide on their own what they want to do. And we provide resources such as free events or free activities that they can participate in. We also have structured programs. So we have a school program where children meet once a week after school and they're mentored by a high school student. That's a very structured program. And we also have our site programs, which is a new programming for us, which is looking at more of the high school and young adults that are being mentored. And so for those programs, I would encourage people to go onto our website and see the opportunities there.
Absolutely. Tyler, let's talk a little bit about the future. You mentioned a couple of the new programs that are taking place, but what else is happening with Big Brothers, Big Sisters Hawaii as you folks move forward?
Well, big news for us is that we just recently purchased a new headquarters, a new office for us. It's in Kaka'ako, it's very central, and it's going to allow us to support hundreds and hundreds of more kids with mentoring. A lot of the mentoring programs that we have for high school kids and young adults, those programs are going to be housed there.
Fantastic. Okay, so when are you folks going to be able to access that building? Is that something later on in the year, or congratulations on the new headquarters? So how's all that starting?
We're looking at moving in within the next month, and I do want to mention also that we have a very innovative partnership for the purchase of the building. So we purchased the building with Goodwill Industries Hawaii.
Cool.
So it's 2 nonprofits working together to better serve the community.
Nice. If people are watching this right now, they want to find out better ways to be a mentor, support all of the work that the organization is doing. How do people do that?
go onto our website, bbbshawaii.org. We always need more volunteer mentors. They're our greatest resource. So if you are inspired to volunteer, please check out our website.
Absolutely. Tyler, thank you very much for the time. And a big congrats to Joanna, PJ, and Casey Lunn, all over here at Hawaii News Now for the work they're doing to support Community Keiki as well. You're watching High Now Daily. We'll be right back. Cheers, bro.
Hey,
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Congrats. And then aloha and welcome back to High Now Daily. Joining us here live on the show is Mark Joseph. He's an author, he's a filmmaker, a man of many talents. We're very happy to have him. Welcome into the show.
Thanks for having me.
Mark, thank you very much for being here. What a great story. Okay, so we're going to get into everything that is Reagan and the film you helped produce, because that came before this, which is Making Reagan, which was, we were talking earlier, what was this entire process like, first making the film?
19 years of my life, that's all, like a third of my life.
Crazy.
You know, movies take a long time. I don't know why, but a lot of things have to align. Actors' schedules, the script, the financing, the studio, distribute, all these things have to come into perfect alignment. It just takes a long time.
Absolutely. Dennis Quaid, cast in the lead. What was that whole process like? And then being able to work with him to help bring the story to life?
Well, I talk about it in the book, but Dennis was my first choice, but he wasn't available for a while. So we had other conversations going. At one point, Nicolas Cage, we were talking to Nicolas about a lot of hair and makeup to get him into looking like Reagan. But Dennis was always the first choice, and so when he was available, we did it, and we got shut down by COVID twice on the set. If one person got COVID out of hundreds of people, the entire set had to shut down for 10 days. So twice we were shut down for 10 days each time, and I've got to pay salaries during those shutdown 20 days.
I imagine at that period, are you thinking, am I going to get this movie made? How many times did that cross your mind?
I was like, I should have been a dentist. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have been a dentist.
No, you're doing just fine with what you're doing now. And now from the film, which I do want to talk a little bit more about the film as well. Critics, it gets released. Everyone has a different interpretation of it. It hits 98% though on Rotten Tomatoes. So obviously,
so this is a true story. Okay? We've applied to Guinness World Book of Records for the largest gap of any film ever between critics and people who watch the film, non-critics. So 98% of Rotten Tomatoes is the popcorn meter. The critics is 18%. That 80 point breaks the previous record by 15 points.
Wow.
65 was the previous record.
That's
So
incredible.
I just want that Guinness World Book of Records on my wall. That's what I'm shooting.
So if you're watching right now, there you go. He's lobbying it live right here.
That's right.
Now, let's talk about Making Reagan. So this basically is kind of a memoir reflecting on what these 19-20 years it was like to put the film together.
Yeah, I tell my friends, if you have a young person in your life who wants to be a filmmaker, show them this book and they will drop out immediately and go into dentistry.
Oh, why do you say that?
Well, I'm joking, but there's a lot of ups and downs, you know, a lot of just like this happens and that happens, and the COVID is just one thing. You know, when we were shut down those 2 days, we had a 7-month delay because now we couldn't shoot the Ronald Reagan lifeguard scenes because it was too cold in Oklahoma. So we have to wait till the next spring. I mean, it's just one thing after another. And but I mean, it's fun and it's enriching. It's fun. I sat in the airplane this morning next to a lady who saw the movie. You know, it's fun to have those encounters. And I don't think she quite knew what I had done, that I produced it. I didn't let on.
How long is this flight?
It's just fun to hear their stories of how movies affect people.
Oh, 100%. Dennis Quaid was also quoted as saying it's been...
the favorite of his career. I'm like, are you kidding me? So we were on tour together, him and I, and that morning he was interviewed and he said it's the second favorite movie of my career. And the afternoon he said, top. So something happened in those 3 hours that made it his favorite film of his career. But when you think he's a Rookie and Frequency, all these movies he's been in, it's like the greatest honor to have him say that for us.
Absolutely. So where is it being streamed or right now? How do people watch Reagan?
Yeah, so now it's on Amazon Prime, it's on Stars, it's on iTunes, and then the book, of course, is Amazon. Amazon.com. So yeah, if you watch the movie, watch the book, you'll have the full panoply.
What do you hope people take away, either from the book or the film? Just what are you hoping that people walk away with knowing about Reagan?
Yeah, you know, the book I talk a lot about, Reagan used to talk about the DP, the divine plan. And so whenever he would have disappointments and setbacks, he would always say, well, don't worry, the divine plan is still in operation. So I talk about that in the book. We'd have so many setbacks, and this happens, and that happens, and you just keep that focus that there's a guiding force behind you, and you can relax and you can endure setbacks when you know there's a divine plan.
I love that, Mark. Pleasure. Thank you very much for being here. My divine plan is to head back up to that kitchen and get some drinks and some cocktails.
Can I go with you?
Absolutely. Stay with us on High Now Daily. We're going to host this show to wrap it up. Stay with us.
Sounds good. Cheers, Mark.
How's it, Aloha gang? Welcome back to High Now Daily. Natalie heads to City Mill to get more gardening tips. Take a look.
Are you ready to turn your garden dreams into a reality? Well, here at City Mill, they have everything you need to get growing. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned plant pro, they got some experts with game-changing gardening tips, and that's why we have Iris here with us today.
Hi, how are you?
So where do we start with gardening?
Well, first you have to decide what kind of gardener you are.
Okay.
Are you somebody who loves to take care of plants? Or are you somebody who would like to just put something in the pot and leave it aside? Those two things are really important. It determines what kind of plant you're gonna have. A lot of people just throw the seed in the ground and hope for the best. There are ways to make sure your seed actually starts. You wanna get one of these starters. We have seed starting and seed potting soil that will give the seeds the nutrients it needs to really take root. Those are really essential to start from seed. Once it gets bigger, then you can repot it. If you're starting with a plant, you want to make sure you have the right size pot that you want to use, and then the right soils. We have all kinds of soils. If you're going to put the plant outside, you want to make sure you use a garden soil. Gardening soil helps the dirt and all the nutrients within the natural environment come together. And that's different than a potting soil. Potting soils have things in them to help the water flow, to help keep the soil full of nutrients in a small container.
Love it. What plants need, whether in the ground or in the pot, they need some fertilizer, right? So when do we feed our plants?
Well, you have to decide when you're going to feed a plant by what kind of plant it is, okay? So the first thing you want to do is after you plant it, you want to try to use fertilizer then. You want to make sure that the plant has nutrients in there. Now, potting soil, most people don't know that actually has fertilizer in it already. So you don't really have to fertilize anything when you use a potting soil for at least 6 months. But what you want to do is make sure that the nutrients to be able to get through the root system. And that's where we started carrying mycorrhizas. Now mycorrhizas are actually fungus, and they actually adhere to the root, and they cause the root to open up and actually be able to take in more nutrients. So when you do a plant like this, you pull out the roots and you can dip it in there and then plant it, and that helps the plant to uptake all the nutrients. If it's a bigger plant, you can sprinkle some around in there and then put the plant in.
That's fancy. I never knew there was fungus for plants, but here we are, getting all the expert tips. There's so much, we have to think about when growing, but luckily there's an expo coming up, right?
Yes.
People could come in, learn for themselves, have the Ohana learn about taking care of a plant from seed all the way to fruition. So when is that happening?
We have 2 expos going on. We have on May 15th at our Pearl City store, and on the 16th at our Kamehameha store from 9 to 12. And we have 10 vendors coming, and they're going to be having tables, and you can come and ask them any kind of experts questions. We have people who do pottery, we have people who do watering cans, we have people who do hose ends, we have people who do plant food, soils, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, great. I don't have to think about anything. There's an expert for it. So if people want to find more information about the expo and save the date, where can they go to find out?
They can head out to any of our 8 City Mills or check us out on citymill.com.
Okay, check it out, citymill.com. You're watching High Now Daily, and I'm going to go plant this one right now. So we'll see you guys later. Okay, now we need the dipping, the fungus.
The fungusing, yeah.
I love it. Hey, shout out to Natalie and Iris over there at City Mill. We're back over here in the kitchen right now hanging out with Daniel Yee. He's the general manager of Yakiniku Like. We like Yakiniku on this show. Welcome into the show, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
Very excited to have you. I gotta ask, man, how did we land on the name? Yakiniku
We just like Yakiniku.
Yeah? That's simple.
Yeah, that's simple.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where the love and the inspiration for this local business is all coming from. How did it come about?
It's mainly the concept of fast casual yakiniku, trying to bring something new. Normally when you go to a yakiniku, you have to get a set and it's like you're gonna kind of invest, but over here it's gonna be a fast dining experience with an affordable price. Like everything you see here is starting price at $9.95.
Gotcha. All right, so we're taking a shot of it right now. That's the overhead look. $9.95, and this is what you're getting. Walk us through, Daniel. What we staring at?
Oh, healthy bowl of rice, miso soup.
I love that.
kimchi.
Straight local boy. Let's start with the rice, bro. 1 bowl of rice. Okay, what else we got?
Miso soup.
Okay.
Got kimchi, some salad, and meat. Your choice of meat.
The choice of meat. And then how many different options and varieties are there going to be when it comes to the start?
We are going to have a variety, a bunch of variety. Right now, it's not set in stone yet.
Gotcha. But we're expanding as it gets a little bit closer. When does Yakiniku Like open? When's it happening?
Yakiniku Like grand opening will be April 1st. And for a grand opening special, we will have premium kalbi and harami. as a set for $9.95.
Okay, sweet. So, and then what are the hours looking like for your guys' spot?
So Sunday through Thursday, it's gonna be from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And Friday, Saturday, it's gonna be 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Beautiful. We're looking at some pictures of it right now on your screen. We don't have them over here, but what are those sauces we're staring at, Daniel?
Oh, there's gonna be just our house sauces, one spicy and one savory.
Okay, nice. Now you're mentioning as well, there's a lot of different investing and misconceptions when it comes to the Yakiniku experience, but you're all about tasty, fast, affordable, and cash.
Yes. It's gonna be very simple. You can order through your phone. We have a QR code on the table. You scan the QR code, you order on there and you pay on there. You get your food very quickly. Service is gonna be exceptional, and then you can be in and out in under 20 minutes if you would like.
Okay, nice. And then what about for hours of operation? Like, what time Yakiniku Like operating hours gonna be?
Operating hours would be 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay, so
on Friday, Saturday.
yeah, good for the crowd kind of getting off a little bit later in the evening.
Yes, we'll
enjoying maybe some of those libations we always talk about on this show. Okay, and what are you hoping that diners kind of take away from the experience when people come and check you guys out?
Like I said, our concept, tasty, quick, and value.
Okay, I love that. We're looking at pictures of it right now. Again, this is going to be local, quick, casual Yakiniku going down over there. Kamehameha Street, right?
Yes.
So what about parking? What's the parking situation over there? That's one thing I always think of when I'm around the area.
Of course. So we're going to have free on-site parking, but we do have ample parking around the area. We're going to have a parking across the street as well, and street parking.
Okay, love it. Last question for you. What do you think makes this type of dining experience and local style, what you guys are doing, kind of different than what's out there right now? Kind of the separator for you guys.
I think it's the affordability and the value you get out of it. You're gonna get premium quality meats, flavor for an affordable price. I think that's all Hawaii needs.
I love it. Daniel, checking all the boxes, my friend. Make sure you go ahead and check them out. Grand opening going down
April 1st.
April 1st. We got information located right over there on your screen. You're watching High Now Daily. Come on back. Cheers, bro.
Thank you.
Yes. We like it.
We love it.
How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. We got a happy update, okay? A little foster kitten that was recently featured on High Now Daily has now found a home. Take a look. Phoenix has now got a permanent hale after being adopted by Lauren and her partner. Phoenix was just a week old, super tiny, ginger kitten when he was brought into the Hawaiian Humane Society before being adopted by that Good Samaritan you see there. Also, by the way, Hawaiian Humane Society has trained a team of foster volunteers to provide care to newborn kittens. It's called the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. I rehearsed that 14 times before I read it. If you want to find out more on how you can help, how you can support, visit hawaiianhumane.org. I love that story. Now we're back over here in the kitchen right now, hanging out with Chloe Rebello and Mark Lopez. He is back courtesy of Bar 35. Welcome back into the show, guys.
Thank you.
Very excited. All right, it's going to be a busy weekend for you guys. Coming up with St. Patty's Day. Chloe, are you ready for the craziness?
I love chaos.
Okay, so you're gonna have a lot of good times for the St. Patty's Day.
My favorite days to work is the chaotic ones.
Now, speaking of the chaotic one, I do want to get a shot over here what we're looking at, because with the pub crawl, you guys aware of this, the whole bingo situation over there? Can you break this down, Chloe?
Yeah. So when you sign up and buy a ticket early, you get a bingo card when you arrive at Smith & King's. You fill out one line and you turn in your form to Bar 35, and your form gets entered into a raffle to win prizes. The grand prize is a round trip ticket for one person to an inner island.
Nice. Okay. So, I mean, so you're basically kind of getting rewarded for raging.
Basically, yep.
Is that correct? Getting a reward for partying, as if we needed an additional incentive. So these are going to be located Smith & King's first to start, yeah?
Yes.
Or throughout?
Throughout the whole time, they'll have extra bingo cards. When you fill out one of the squares, you show it to the bartender will have stamps. You stamp your card. Once one line's filled up, you can go ahead and grab your raffle ticket, or you can fill the whole card out to get an extra raffle ticket.
Oh man, who's still going to be standing though? There's a few challenges on there, but again, this is all going down as part of the Chinatown Pub Crawl, which is taking place March 15th. Again, that's the bingo card right there. All throughout the show, we've been talking about the QR code you can scan. Tickets, again, still available. Now, Mark, we brought you back in, and I got one question for you, bro. Where'd the other fried chicken bao go? Where'd it go? There was three. Somebody ate it while I was gone. I know where the shrimp taco went because I took care of that, but I'm missing one over here. Walk us through the spread one more time, Mark. What do we have over here for those just joining us?
All right, so this is a roasted Brussels sprout with a creamy, cheesy tomato sauce.
Cheesy tomato sauce. The combination we didn't know we needed.
It's a vegetarian option.
There you go. Eating a little bit lighter. Okay, and then over there, that was the shrimp taco, which is fantastic. I love too, because oftentimes when you get the shrimp tacos, sometimes the shrimp will be kind of diced up, but you guys go whole with the
Yeah, it's easier to eat.
It is. It's totally easier to eat, and it's got that great crispy texture right over there in the middle. That house-made sauce
so you can have one drink,
too.
you still can have a handful of food in the other hand. So it's like.
Speaking of that, I think I'm ready. My hand's lonely. Yeah, there we go. Chloe, what do we have?
So today we have two of our cocktails. One is featured on our happy hour. That goes every day that we open right when the doors open. The first one's an Asian berry. It has raspberry vodka in it. We've got our house-made sweet and sour juice, strawberry puree, and then we have some lychee juice that goes in it. I have it in the shaker.
So all three of that is in there? Is that correct? Okay.
I'm gonna go and shake it, and it's gonna get poured into this glass with lychee.
There we go. Nice.
And we just pour it right into there.
Now, what is this? This is on the cocktail menu you mentioned?
Yep. So during happy hour, it's $4.
What?
Regularly, it's $8. It goes all night. It's called an Asian berry.
There you go. The Asian berry. Take a look at that with the lychee right over there on the top, which I love. Okay, cheers. Happy hour, you can get this for $4, you said?
Yep.
Cheers. This is the one. Are you guys gonna have this for St. Patty's? You guys got drinks? Yeah.
We will have drink specials. So for St. Patty's Day, we'll have 450 Heineken products. We're doing kind of a Lucky Mess shot. That's gonna be green, of course.
Lucky Mess shot?
Yep.
Okay, what is that?
It's gonna be kind of a tequila fruity shooter.
It kind of sounds like my nickname. I'm kind of like a mess. I wouldn't say lucky.
Unlucky.
Very unlucky for the people dealing with the mess that I am. But okay, go ahead. So we got specials on shots.
Yep. And then Heineken products are going to be on special for $4.50, which that's one of the promoters for our pub crawl.
Love it. Now, for the pub crawl, what's the hours for Bar 35? What are you guys looking at for that day? Because as you mentioned, it's going to be chaos. You got to get down there and get down there
So
early.
we open at 5 and we close every night at 2 a.m. So we'll be open all night. For the raffle for the bingo, we're actually hosting the winners. So after you turn your raffle in at 10 p.m., after 10:30, they'll announce raffle winners. So you have to be at 35 partying with us all night.
There you
know
go.
What I mean?
There you go. Check out Chloe. Check out Mark over there, Bar 35. If you're going to win this raffle, then that's the spot you have to be, correct? We have one more glass. Do we have?
Yep.
What is this
So
one?
the next cocktail is our espresso martini. This one's just a fan favorite. It has vanilla vodka in it, Borghetti espresso liqueur, and then we have Kahlua, which is just a coffee liqueur too. We shake it up. It's gonna go into this martini glass.
Do it up, Chloe. And I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. This is gonna be a great way to cap off today's show. Chloe, thank you so much. Mark, mahalo. Great lineup on today's show. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Cheers.